Guys, welcome to Kitchen Talk with Granna. I'm so glad you guys can come up into the kitchen with me today. Hope everybody's having a great day so far. Before we jump off into this conversation, I need you guys to go ahead and take care of that share button at the bottom of your screen. Share my video with family and friends. I need you to go ahead and give me that thumbs up button because I love you guys too, so give me that thumbs up. And if it's the first time you're checking out Kitchen Talk with Granna, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and become one of my followers, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and jump off into this conversation for today. Okay, so over the weekend, the new season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta started, and the finale season of Housewives of Potomac ended, and they'll be having the reunion this coming weekend. Okay, so I did check out The Real Housewives of Atlanta just to see, because I had been hearing those rumors that Nene wasn't going to be coming back, and I did not know that Eva wouldn't be coming back, but apparently she's not going to be on the new episode this year either. So I was kind of shocked because I thought Eva would be back. But the new cast that they're going to be having this year, of course, Portia is still there. Portia's probably about up there with the number one right now. Portia's still there. Of course, Candace. Well, Candace probably number one. Candace. You got Kenya. She's still on there. You got Cynthia, and they got a new crew, a crew member that's going to be added this time, and her name is Drew Sidora. And I'm not really sure who Drew Sidora is. I hadn't really did too much homework on her yet, but she's going to be a part of the new cast of 13 for this season. Cast episode 13 starting on Sunday nights and stuff. So, you know, the new series started off mostly, they was focusing on Portia and her being a part of the protests that went on throughout the summer with Breonna Taylor. And she was, a big part of those protesters in Atlanta, and she also went to Kentucky to be a part of the protests. So they talked quite a bit with Portia about that, with the Black Lives Matters and everything that's been going on the whole summer with all the, the Black Lives Matters and Breonna Taylor and all that. So that was the focus on the first episode with Portia and Dennis. And then, of course, the quarantine is going on. So everybody pretty much been staying in during this quarantine. Candace and Todd, they're still working on different business. I think they're getting ready to open up a new restaurant and all that. Riley, Candace's daughter, is getting ready to, has graduated and getting ready to go to college. And she's going to be going to New York to college. So they showed a little bit of scenes of that. And also Candice, I guess, is in the process, or maybe it's already done. Because, all these episodes has already been shot. So I'm not really sure where she's at on that. But during the episodes, it's going to be showing parts of her going through child support payments from Riley's dad. Because they was talking about the episode where he's so far behind with child support, and with Riley getting ready to start school, he need to step up and pay his back child support. So we're going to be seeing some of that in this episode this year, and all that. And then they moved on over to Kenya and her and Mark, and they may be actually divorced by now, because like I said, this all happened months ago. But Kenya is going through the thinking about starting the divorce process with her and Mark. And she says she's fought for their marriage, and she has went to New York during the quarantine trying to make it work. He's still just not willing to make it work. And I mean, we saw in the last episode how much he respect her and how much he cared about her opinion and all that, because he was totally disrespectful to her in the last episode 12. He just was not supportive at all with Kenya. And she was talking to Cynthia and Candace. I think they're the closest with Kenya about her situation with Mark. So they was, that started to show off as Kenya was concerned. And then, you know, Cynthia's planning this wedding, which she's already married now. I think she actually stuck to that wedding date of October the 10th, 2020. So she's, you know, was going through that part. She's back from California and in Atlanta with the wedding. Her and Michael getting married, and she was talking about that. And all the ladies was talking about how much weight they've put on throughout this quarantine. And it was really shocking that they was putting it out there, you know, especially Kenya. Kenya looks like she's gained like 30 pounds during this quarantine and all that. But she still looks really good. I think Kenya is a beautiful woman anyway and stuff. I just think that her being married to Mark has really broken her down a little bit. She's not, during that whole episode, she was not Kenya. She was not being true to herself. So they talked about that and everything. Let's see. Marlo is still, of course, I guess, a special guest or special friend. I don't understand why they won't just give Marlo a peach. I mean, she has been on every episode, I know, for the last 7 or 8 seasons, or maybe a little bit longer. She has been there. So I'm just surprised why they won't just go and give her a peach. Just give Marlo a peach. My God. I mean, out of everybody that they always bring up in there and replace when someone else leaves, they bring a new castmate up in there instead of just giving Marlo the peach. You know, I don't know how long Drew is gonna last. Like I say, I'm gonna have to do some more digging and some more investigating on her to see exactly, you know, what's her status, and, you know, kind of see what she's gonna bring to the table and everything. Like I said, Eva lasts a couple of years. God, I can't even think of the ones that was married to the Boys to Men's wife. I can't remember her name, but she only lasts for 1 season. So I'm just curious to see how Drew is gonna do, how she's gonna do. And she might be okay, you know, now that, you know, Nene's not on there. A lot of folks felt like Nene was a bully, and she bullied a lot of the cast members around, and basically felt like she had outgrown the show, and they felt like she didn't need to be on there anyway. And I think when it came to Nene, it was some negotiation going on that she could never agree with Bravo when it came to her staying on the Housewives. So, you know, I don't know what she's got going on now, but, you know, Nene is a survivor. She'll bounce back from whatever it is, and whatever didn't work out with Bravo, you know, and then she'll be okay. But I saw somewhere where her and Andy Cohen was having a few words, and she was basically saying that Andy wouldn't be who he is or where he is without her, you know, and being the Housewives and really putting him out there. So, you know, I think, you know, even though she tried to downplay it, like everything was good and she left on a good note, I think at the end of it and everything, she started really putting out there how she felt about Andy Cohen and all that. But it's just crazy, you know. I'm going to see how these housewives do and how all that work out, and, you know, see what's going to happen with that. See what each one of them is going to bring to the table. Like I said, I'm a lot of this stuff that we're going to be seeing on these housewives has already happened. So we're just coming in, you know, the after fact, and, you know, seeing it because it's entertaining, and we like to sit up and watch entertainment when it comes to these housewives and all that. So we're going to see how it works out. You know, we're going to see, you know, what goes on with Kenya and her divorce with Mark. And we'll see how Cynthia and Mike do and everything. Hopefully they'll be fine with their new marriage. You know, this is the second marriage Cynthia has had on the show. You know, she married Peter on the show, and that lasted for a few years. So we're going to see how this works out with her and Mike on the show, Mike Hill, because, you know, it seems like it takes an extra when it comes to being married on the shows and being able to pertain your marriage and stay in it and keep it strong. I know Todd and Candy has done really good with that, but it seemed like a lot of the marriages that's on these housewives end up struggling quite a bit. Because, I mean, remember back when Nene and Greg went through their thing, you know, when she first started popping off and getting, you know, well known and everything, her and Greg ended up going through what they went through. I mean, they're back together. They came back together, you know, but yeah, and then, you know, you can't forget about, oh my God, it went right out of my head. Oh my God, it went right out of my head. It just went right out of my head. But you know, her marriage was broke up because of, well, not only because of the Housewives, but also because of what her husband was doing. You know, I don't know why I can't think of her name. It's right there on my, right there. Oh my God, Phaedra. There we go, Phaedra. You know, her and her husband, you know, ended up divorcing, but it had something to do with the housewife. But then also he was doing what he was doing and all that. But you know, a lot of those marriages on these housewives end up being divorced. They go in there as a housewife, they come out single, and end up, you know, divorced and separated and all this kind of stuff. So we're gonna see how these housewives work it out this year and what goes on and all that. With Atlanta housewife, we're gonna see. You know, I'm sure it's gonna be some drama. They're gonna bring some drama, but I'm curious to see how Drew fits into this group and how things gonna work out with her. So I'm gonna sit back and wait on that. And like I said, last week was also the ending of the Potomac housewife, and it was just crazy. You know, it was a lot of back and forth between Candace and Monique on their little scuffle that they had. They dragging each other and all this kind of stuff. And the reunion of that is going to be this coming up weekend. So I might get to talk to you guys about that when I come to you after the holidays, after Christmas. But yeah, I mean, all that was still being played out, but I think they just basically ended the lawsuit between each other, because I guess once the court actually saw the footage, they just kind of said both of them was at blame, so they just kind of, you know, they just threw it out. Both of them just dropped their lawsuit against each other and all that. So we're gonna see them talk about it, because this reunion on the Potomac should be pretty fiery from what I've read. They should have some fire going. You know, Monique bought a whole book of receipts supposedly to the reunion. Had a lot of things in there, allegedly things that was going on with some of the cast members, and even threw some stuff off in there that some of us hadn't seen or heard, you know. So Janelle, she threw some stuff at Janelle about her ex-husband, new boyfriend or whatever, some things about Janelle and him, Jamal Bryant over in Atlanta, the pastor. So, you know, Monique threw some stuff in there on them. So it's going to be interesting. You know, you guys will be done checked it out before I get back with y'all. So we're going to see how this reunion turned out. Now, I did see the picture of the ladies all in yellow in their outfits and their dresses and everything. And I would say all the ladies really look nice. And of course, I would have to agree with all the other viewers out there that Monique's dress was the most outstanding one to me. I agree with that. Everybody had an opinion on each one of what the cast member had on and stuff. And Robin went totally. Her was more of a golden instead of a yellow. But the cast looked really good. Wendy, all of them looked really good. But I'm just curious to see how this reunion goes. We're going to talk about that when I come back. So catch the ending of Potomac at their reunion. Check the beginning out of the housewife in this new series that they're going to have, and everything that's going to go on. And we'll be talking about that, you know, coming up into the next year. There's a lot of new things I'm going to be trying to bring to you guys and bring some new discussions your way, okay? Guys, I'm going to get ready and get out of here. But you guys, have a Merry Christmas. I'm not going to come to you the week of Christmas. So have a Merry Christmas and be safe and just enjoy your family. Love on your family. Just give them all the love that you can and be safe at the same time, okay? I'm going to catch you guys next time around.